Gwanda was tall and thin, with a strange crop of white hair. He trained his dogs to chase the animals to where my people could easily ambush them. Now Gwanda grew old, as we all do, and then he died. The camp mourned his death, and when the mourning time was over, the tribal elders said to the young ones, "Time now for laughter. Go down to the beach. Your sorry business is finished." Later, some of the children were playing on the beach. One of them saw a dolphin just offshore. It had a white fin. The child cried out, "Come quickly, Gwanda, he's out there in the salt water." The older people arrived and explained that it really was Gwanda, and that he'd come back to teach the younger dolphins how to round up the fish for his people. Gwanda is still out there, and one day you will see him and all the young dolphins. Gwanda is doing now what he did in his old life, but he has gone from the land to the sea.
Aboriginal dreaming stories are explanations about reality around, about how things came to be and what things mean. Stories confirm our relationship with land, which means our entire environment. It doesn't matter if there are buildings or concrete there now. The old Aboriginal spirits remain in those places. They act as sentinels or guards, and we're obliged to really look after those areas. All Aboriginal people say our story is written in the land.
Fred Campbell, Moreton Bay, 1872. So well did the Aborigines and dolphins understand each other that the blacks laid claims to individuals, and it was death by law to kill or injure any of these. The dolphins have a very keen sense of hearing, and it was by this means that the natives were enabled to call them from a distance of 1/4 mile or so, when their services were required to drive a school of fish into the shallow water.
You see written documentations by the early explorers that come here with the Aboriginal people and the associations with the dolphins on how they used to fish and how them old people had their own special dolphin which they'd call up and give the fish and give the food and give thanks to. Those were recorded back in the 1800s. You still got old people today who know of the stories of their grandfathers that were fishing with the dolphins only last generation when they were boys, you know. I mean, like, it's that connection to the dolphin is still there, whether it be back when settlement came or whether it be up today to this day now, and we still got that affiliation with our dolphins.
The story I talk about is a story that I was told directly by my great-grandfather, Alfred Morton. And he told me that story because as a young man he actually participated in these events with his father and his uncles. He was shown how to use his spear, and he would get the tip of his spear and jab it in the sand. And the spear tip in the sand, in the water, would send out a message to the dolphin, and the dolphin would identify with that message and know to come in. Some men would slap their spears on the surface, and they'd make a certain code with the way they slapped it. And it was a code that was understood between his father and his father's spirit animal, or his father's sacred brother or sister, being the dolphin. Each one had been passing that code down for many, many generations. The man had been passing it down to his kin, and the dolphin had also been passing it down to their kin. So when the dolphins heard that message, they'd come to the shore, and in front of them they'd drive the big patches of fish, and the big patches of mullet would get driven right into the shallow waters, sometimes 1 foot, 2 foot deep. And the old men would all be in a big line holding their taro nets, their big handheld nets. And the young men would go out at the back of the fish with the dolphins, and they would help the dolphins drive the fish in. Each man would have 1 scoop of his taro. Some of the younger men would use their spears and they'd spear fish. The best of the catch would then be taken straight back to the water and returned to the dolphin, because they were paying respect to the custodian of that resource.
No flash photography allowed from the beach into the water towards the dolphin. Please, we don't want to change their behaviour, we don't want to do that to them. The 2 dolphins in lane 4 are Ryan and Bobo. Now it's quite interesting, a lot of people ask us, why do the dolphins come here to Tangalooma? And the answer is that dolphins eat small fish. And that's exactly why the dolphins come here. It's kind of like the dolphin McDonald's of Moreton Bay, I guess. There's absolutely no flash photography allowed from the beach into the water towards the dolphin. Their eyes are extremely sensitive to light, more sensitive than ours. So please, we don't want to change their behaviour, we don't want to do that to them.
My brother Billo, when he used to go down the beach here and walk down there, and he'll see all these kids following him. He used to see all the kids following him down the beach, you know. And he'll go and he'll sing out, "Ooey, ooey, ooey," and he'll hit the sand. And then you'll see the dolphins coming. They couldn't be too far out, but they just knew that voice. He had a special call.